Well, on this night before Halloween, we have the story of a missing pumpkin and a Washington, D.C. mother who decided to get even. Joining us on the phone is Becky Reina to tell us her story. Becky, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us. We do appreciate it.
Sure, happy to be here.
Okay, so as I understand it, that you and your family, as a family, got pumpkins and each carved a pumpkin representing a member of the family, and everything was fine for about a week. And then this past Sunday, one of your son's pumpkins went missing. Tommy's pumpkin went missing. When that happened, what did you think?
Well, I assume that kids in the neighborhood grabbed it, probably smashed it, but mostly my concern was with my son's reaction. My son is 2 and definitely old enough to understand that his pumpkin was missing, and I was really fearful that he was going to be really upset. You can hear him yelling in the background in the middle of his dinner.
Well, he's 2 after all, so that's what we expect. So this upset you a lot. I know that you're going to be sad for Tommy and you didn't want to have to break his heart, but this really upset you, and you decided to put a sign out. So first of all, tell us why you decided to put the sign out, and then we'll talk about what you wrote on the sign. But why did you decide to handle it that way?
Okay, well, the sign is a joke. It was really a way to make myself feel better about the situation and sort of distract my son from the fact that the pumpkin was missing. And, I mean, also to, tell the person that did it that, it was a 2-year-old pumpkin and it hurt somebody's feelings.
And we have a picture of it up. I'm going to ask Dick to leave it up here so I can read it off the screen. Your sign said, "Thank you for the life's lesson. This will help teach him that sometimes people are mean for no reason and you have to just brush it off. Because my son is 2 years old and cannot read, I will add you are an," and then you use an expletive that uses the biblical name of a donkey.
I did.
I understand you talked to your husband about this sign first. What kind of discussion did you have before you actually put it out there?
I did ask my husband if it was okay before I put the sign up. I made the sign, I put my daughter to bed, my infant daughter, and my husband was putting my son to bed. And so when he came downstairs, when my husband came downstairs, I showed him what I was going to put on the sign to ask if that was okay, since I did recognize that it was possible that the thief would see it and decide to send the other remaining 2 pumpkins through our window or something equally unpleasant. So I wanted to make sure he was on board with what I was about to do.
So you put it out, and what kind of reaction did you get?
In person, it's been really positive. Everybody's been really nice. The neighbors, all said, "Oh, I like your sign. I'm really sorry about your pumpkin." We were actually just out in the yard this afternoon, and lots of people said, "Oh, Tommy, we're sorry about your pumpkin." We live really close to Howard University, and so college kids are walking past the house a lot, and they're very enthusiastic about the sign. Oh,
and by the way, what was Tommy's reaction when he found out his pumpkin had gone missing?
He was sad, but he was also pretty excited. There was a big cardboard sign on our porch, and actually, fortunately, it was really windy that morning, and so he got to help me tape the sign back up. And because he's too using tape and scissors was very exciting, and now keep him from getting too upset.
Isn't the whimsy of a 2-year-old wonderful? Well, as I understand it, Tommy has a replacement pumpkin. Tell us how that happened.
I got a Facebook message. So we've gotten lots of media attention, and we were on the local news on Monday. And on Tuesday, I got a Facebook message from a stranger saying, "I got this pumpkin the other day, and I would like to just give it to your son, just to say some people are actually nice for no reason, too." So he sent me a picture of himself with the pumpkin, so I knew he wasn't, a total crazy person, and dropped it off at my house, and we have since carved it.
So nice. So did that act of kindness through Facebook restore your faith in humanity after someone stole Tommy's pumpkin?
Yeah. I mean, even the person that did smash his pumpkin, I'm sure they weren't thinking about whose pumpkin it was. And despite the fact that the sign makes me look really angry, it's okay. Bad things happen.
Any clues to who actually took the pumpkin or what happened?
No, none. We live in a big city, and lots of people walk past the house, so it could have been anybody.
Quickly, before I let you go, I know you said you got lots of positive reaction about your sign. Did you get any negative reaction, particularly about the language that you chose to use?
I've got no negative reactions in person. I do plan on, for the record, covering up the last word on my sign for tomorrow evening for older kids who could read my sign. But people online have been less positive about the language, although I would say the vast majority of the comments have been positive.
Well, I'm so glad that Tommy got another pumpkin. Thank you so much for coming on and tell us your story.
Happy to be here. You have a great evening.
You too, thank you. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow on Arise America.